Hi, I'm Dan and this is James, and we're part of the 29 UK Youth Squad, and we're here with Nick Hutton from Ben Ainslie Racing. We're going to ask him some questions about Ben Ainslie Racing. So,
I was just wondering, could you tell us about how you got into Ben Ainslie Racing?
Yeah, so I was drag raced with Prada for the last America's Cup, and that's how I got into Ben Ainslie Racing for this cycle. But before that, I was heavily involved in the youth squad from when I was about 12. So I did a lot of cadet sailing and then moved on to the 420. And then after the 420, I had a big decision whether to stay trying to do the Olympic sailing or go and sail big boats, which is a decision a lot of you guys will have to make at the end of your youth squad, is whether you want to carry on with your Olympic programme or if you want to carry on and look at big boat sailing. So I went off big boat sailing for a few years and then came back to do the Extreme 40s, which is a kind of a cross between both. And then after that moved on to Luna Rossa, and then that's how I did the last cup. So.
And how big of a part is technology in Ben Ainslie Racing?
So as you know, technology is a massive part of America's Cup racing in general, and it's a huge part of our programme now moving forward for the next cup. And we are pretty heavily involved with Red Bull Technologies, which are helping us out. And Red Bull is obviously a pretty strong engineering brand, so they're going to help us with some stuff. The marine industry kind of gets a bit stuck sometimes with the engineering, but we're looking a lot more outside of that to bring in new ideas and new thoughts of how to do stuff.
Okay, nice.
And how would guys like us in our position get on your radar for teams like Ben Ainslie Racing?
Work, keep working, and then that's being in the right place at the right time. It's the same old analogy, like you just got to be at the top level, and then you've got to beat the right people at the right time.
And are there any similarities between 29 sailing and America's Cup sailing like you do?
Yeah, I think any high performance sailing is all very similar because it's all apparent wind sailing, as you guys well know. And I think if you're good at that sort of sailing, then the skills transfer very well to what we're doing now. The foiling side of it obviously comes in as well with a foiling cats, because it's very different to a foiling moth. So that is quite a niche bit at the minute, and there's not many of us that do it. But if you ever get a chance, you definitely give it a go. There's a NACRA 20 here. You should definitely give it a bash if you get a chance.
So I do a lot of fitness in my 29, and what the fitness training programme are you on?
Our fitness training programme is pretty heinous. So we're 2 days at the minute. So we're 7 o'clock in the gym, and then we do a strength session in the mornings, and then we're probably sailing 3 days a week. And then we do a endurance session in the afternoon, so lactate threshold training. So we did yesterday was 2 hours on the bike at 150 heart rate average, and then move on to a level 5 training for 5 minutes at the end of every 30-minute block. So pretty high, pretty intense, and a lot of work.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.